Come on, bro. Can we get some better analysts than fucking Corny McCoy and whatever the fuck Deontay Wilder's best friend, ex-trainer? Malik Scott. Bro, can we get some better fucking analysts than these guys? Like, Malik Scott is a guy who takes a puncher in Deontay Wilder and somehow drains all the power out of his right hand. It's insane. It's insane. Power is supposed to be the last thing to go. That's a known fact in boxing. And Deontay's is fucking gone, man. This guy trash, and they're having a whole argument right now about whether Devin Haney's great or not. And it's like, if you really know boxing, you see the maneuvering this guy's doing. Yeah, he has accomplishments, but it's all from maneuvering. It's all from favoritism. It's all from being pampered. And the guy's just a boring fucking fighter, bro. He clinches his way to victory, does shit like that. It's annoying. Then he bitches about being drained. Well, it's like nobody forced you to stay at those weights, bro. Like, nice, you finally go up and weight. Fight at your real weight class. Nobody's forcing you to fucking drain yourself to fight these smaller dudes. But yeah, basically Max Kellerman was bringing that to light. That, like, Devin Haney, he has the accomplishments, he has the titles and all that shit. But who did he really beat that was great? Who on his resume made him great? Who is his Joe Frazier? Who is his Ken Norton? Who is his George Foreman? He doesn't have one. To me, the only person in this generation that has accomplishments like that is Tio. Tio legitimately beat Loma, was the first guy to legitimately beat him, was the first guy to legitimately beat Josh Taylor, and then he defends his belts against actual tough styles to fight. He doesn't do this maneuvering bullshit. He's even going to fight Shakur next, That this guy fucking Devin Haney, crybaby, bro. Try to cherry pick Ryan Garcia. Was thinking he was going to run him over or just outbox him somehow, bro. And then I knew before the fight, I knew that Ryan Garcia was going to beat the shit out of him. He's only good because he's longer and faster than these guys and bigger. That's the only reason. And Brian Norman, oh my God, that guy's a fucking... No, actually, I like Brian Norman, the fighter. I don't like his father. That's what I don't like. When you're telling your son to just sell out by the 6th round, you suck. You suck as a trainer. Brian Norman, to me, seems like a real humble dude, and he works very hard, but he needs a way better trainer. His dad sucks. He's fucking terrible. Like, 6th round, 5th round, he didn't even know what the fuck to do. And it's embarrassing, bro. Brian Norman, to me, good fight. He needs a trainer because his own IQ is not up there. Or actually, I think it's the moment. I don't know. For some reason, when he fights southpaws, when he's the counterpuncher, he does very good. Well, that's really what it is. He's not a good aggressor. He doesn't have that skill set. He's like, when I look at his feet are too bladed to be coming forward. He can't come forward because his feet are too bladed. And he just needs to work on that, squaring himself up. When he's coming forward, when he's counterpunching, he can go back to his regular stance. But when he's coming forward, he needs to square up some more. And get some head movement because that was fucking terrible. But he's a good fighter. He'll be good, but it's definitely not gonna beat someone like a Devin Haney. Doing that dumbass shit, and then having his father in his corner is just telling him sell out by the 5th round. But when he's the counterpuncher, he's actually, especially against southpaws, he's really good. So he should have just boxed Devin Haney. There was actually times in the fight where he was just going jab for jab with Devin Haney, and he was just outlanding Haney, bro. He didn't land. Devin Haney would land a head snapping shot with the jab, and then Brian Norman would come back with a like two body shots, two jabs to the body. Like that's bro. He really could have beat Devin Haney if he just stuck to that. You know, it would have been an even more boring ass fight than what it already was, but it's all right, bro. Like it's like you're not gonna beat him coming forward. He just didn't have that skill set. You know, use the skill set that you do have in the moment, which I swear to God, bro, he could have just out jabbed Devin Haney and won by decision. Or I don't know, they probably would have robbed him, to be honest. But yeah, Devin Haney sucks, bro, and just Malik Scott and Shady McCoy were just dick riding Haney, talking about how he looked like a genius in there. It's like, no, he really didn't, bro. He picked the right guy, you know, which is what his whole career has been built off of. But at least Devin Haney has heart, though. You know, that's one thing that Ryan Garcia fight did show me, but I just don't like the bitching and moaning, all the excuses and shit like that. You know, especially when you're a guy who clearly takes steroids to get down to those low weight levels. Like, I'm sorry, bro. It's like there's no other way you're making there's no other way you were making 135 without using Victor Conte supplements, man. You know? So I just didn't enjoy that. But yeah, he's an alright fighter, bro. I don't see him beating Ryan Garcia in a rematch. I don't even see him beating Rolly. Maybe Mario Barrios, because that guy, oh my God, that guy's a trash can. I don't see him beating Stanionis. The only one I can see him beating is Barrios. And I think Ryan Garcia is going to beat Barrios. But and then I don't think he's going to beat Ryan Garcia. I don't even think he could beat Pitbull Cruz, bro. Speaking on that, that Lamont Roach Pitbull Cruz fight, that was pretty good. I personally had Lamont Roach winning 7-5, but I didn't mind the draw. I feel like Lamont let that shit slide. Like, when Pitbull was trying to box, why he took his foot off the gas, I don't know. You know, he was discouraged. Maybe Pitbull did. I saw Pitbull actually caught him with, like, 2 really good shots while he was trying to box. 2 good left hooks. And it was kind of like because he was just lulling Lamont to sleep, like just moving around. And he just drew Lamont in and caught him with 2 left hooks. So maybe that's why Lamont was just, like, bullshitting. But he didn't go into that other gear to decisively win that fight, man. And Pitbull, he looked good at the beginning. Lamont adjusted to him in the middle. And then they both look like shit in the last 4 rounds. Like, they both just look like shit, to be honest. Pitbull was doing this retarded ass sticking his tongue out maneuver, and Lamont was just following him around, or he was doing the opposite. You know, they were just both shaking their asses, moving around, or walking towards the other person. It was stupid. I hope they don't rematch. It does nothing. What are they going? They're not going for a belt. I don't know. They're not beating anyone. Any of the champions. They're not beating Tio. They're not beating Shakur. If Shakur beats Tio, they're not beating Matias. Actually, I mean, I would love to see a Matias Pitbull fight, actually. They're not beating Gary Antoine Russell. You know what? I take that back. They will beat the fuck out of Richardson Hitchens. Richardson Hitchens sucks, bro. That guy sucks too. That guy's like another Devin Haney. Sucks. Crybaby. But yeah, that's it. Just please get Malik Scott and what's his name? Sean McCorney off the fucking, get some better analysts.